Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm Nancy Joy. There's a magnet on my refrigerator that always captures me, and it says, every day do one thing that frightens you. And I look at that, and sometimes I think I'm pretty courageous. I have done a lot of things. I've been in the middle of hurricanes, created my own infomercial, written a book, I don't know, tons of things I've done. I've stepped into fear, and yet, in a very real way, I feel this is something I need to practice every day. And this is interesting to me because this is what came up. I am often told, and I've talked about it with clients, friends have talked about it with me, the fear of failure versus the fear of success. What's holding you back from all your dreams, from creating your new reality? And, it's very confusing. What's the difference between fear and between the fear of failure and the fear of success? Success and failure are opposite, right? Love and hate are opposite. So it's kind of like it's another dualistic trap to keep us processing or going round and round in 3D. Am I afraid of my failure? Am I afraid of failing, or am I afraid of succeeding? In some ways, as I pondered this, we're all more used to failure in a lot of ways. Things didn't work out, divorces with our kids, whatever. There are many, many things, examples. We all have successes too, but we are more. It's almost the devil we know. Fear's the devil we know, or failure's the devil we know. Success, however, real success, that's kind of the devil we don't know. What would that be like? Would that take over our lives? Would it control it? Would we be hated for it? It's so important that people love us and people like us. And so this morning, my husband Mark and I, we often take turns tuning in for each other. And he tuned in for me this morning. And in his message, it was so clear to me that that the fear of failure and the fear of success are the same thing. They are both the same thing. It gets confusing, and your brain and your ego want to keep you confused, because then you probably aren't going to take a step forward. But we've journeyed through so many things in our lifetimes, and yet, at least for me, I'll speak for me, there's always been this something, this one thing that's held me back, this thing I don't understand, that keeps me from the true expression of all I am. And what I found going on here in trying to understand this is I went back into the 3D pattern of duality. Well, am I afraid of success, or am I afraid of failure? So what steps do I take to move through? Oh my gosh, it became so clear to me. It's the same thing. It's fear. Step into the fear. Fear's the common denominator of the emotion, and the common being in the whole thing is me. It's me. It's not fear. It's not failure or success. It's me, risking being me, embracing me, stepping into the 5D reality that I am already in and creating and moving with it forward. And so it sounds like I hope I'm communicating this right, because it was a powerful message for me. I'm not blocking my success or my failure. I'm holding back because of some fear. It can be a different fear, a different day, who knows? But it's inside of me. And, I find light workers in particular, they're a lot of times afraid to admit that they even have a fear. But yet Ezekiel has always taught me about the emotion of fear. And he said, it's there to show you just what you need to push through, just what you need to move on. And I find that exciting. And I go back to that magnet, and I have a new energy. Like every day, I'm going to do something that frightens me. Every day, I'm going to put that magnet in front of my computer. Let's face it, if we look at ourselves, there's a lot of things we put off every day because, don't really want to do it. Why? Because it frightens you. Step into it. Doesn't matter what the outcome is. It's going to create a tremendous push of energy forward. So you use the energy of the feelings to break through, and you don't need to label it whether you're afraid of success or failure. just move in and keep going and bring it into a unity consciousness. It's all about consciousness. So it's kind of another step we're looking at this week of the 5D reality. Move out of that mind trap. It doesn't matter so much if you're confused between the fear of success or fear of failure, or shouldn't I, right or wrong. Whatever it is that's holding you up, it's a fear you have of moving into it and allowing the energy of it to happen in your world and create with it. So here's where I am. I don't care what anyone wants to label any of this. When I looked into the articles online, I can honestly tell you after about an hour of reading what the experts say about fear of failure and fear of success, they don't have a clue either. So face whatever challenges and fears arrive in your world. If you're not conscious of one, choose one every day, a new one. Sometimes we're so busy, we don't step into this. So it's not like you're choosing love over fear. You're choosing to love your fear. So embrace whatever it is you're afraid of. Do something every day that frightens you, and it will disappear. Take a step, make a plan, break the spell, and create. That's my message this week. Have a great week. Don't forget the dolphins, the UK crop circle trip, Egypt coming up. Lots of great things. Have fun exploring the website, and we'll see you next week.